There's a little detail at the beginning of Morgott's cutscene just before his boss fight in Elden Ring, which is either kind of funny or extremely tragic depending on the mood that you happen to be in. The cutscene begins as you enter the throne room of Leyndell at the base of the Erdtree, and this of course is the place where Morgott resides as king of the capital city. Except the funny thing is, when you enter the chamber, Morgott isn't sitting in his throne. He's not even in the throne room, strictly speaking. Instead, he's standing at the top of a tall flight of stairs that leads directly to the trunk of the Erdtree. And when Morgott sees that you've entered the room, he begins slowly descending the stairs, and he delivers this amazing speech about the death of all loyalty to the Golden Order. And then this leads into an amazing boss fight. But there's also something really weird about this entire situation. You've got to ask yourself, why was Morgott standing at the top of the stairs when you entered the throne room? There's certainly no furniture up there, there's nothing to do. The only thing that's there at all is the entrance to the Erdtree, which of course contains Queen Marika and the Elden Ring. But that entrance has itself been sealed off. It's barred completely shut and no one can enter or exit. Not you, not Morgott, not even Marika. And so like I said, there is literally nothing to do up there. And so Morgott is clearly waiting there simply because he's drawn to the gates of the Erdtree, because he longs for them to open, and because he enjoys contemplating his proximity to whatever it is that lies on the other side. And to really appreciate just how weird and fanatical this behavior is, you've also got to remember the timescale of Elden Ring. Those gates have been shut for hundreds of years, potentially thousands of years. And there is literally no telling how much of that time Morgott has spent pressing his nose against the gates of the Erdtree. And all of this makes me think of the item description for the Remembrance of the Omen King, which you receive upon defeating Morgott. The Remembrance tells us that Morgott loved the Erdtree, and he became its protector because he loved it so. But the Erdtree simply never loved him back. And it just kind of strikes me that the cinematic that opens Morgott's boss fight captures the essence of this remembrance in such a beautiful way. The very fact that Morgott waits at the sealed gates of the Erdtree, fully conscious of the fact that it will never open for him, and yet at the same time he finds himself unable to leave its side. It really is the perfect expression of the way that Morgott loved without ever being loved in return. And then despite it all, when the Tarnished finally enters his chamber to interrupt his tragic musings, Morgott descends the stairs to appoint himself as the Erdtree's protector, and to defend the very gates that scorned him from the champion who would ultimately burn them to the ground.